Hello, I am Shomojit. I will be discussing about the effect of phase fluctuations in amorphous molybdenum germanium thin films, fermionic to bosonic transition. Let us first discuss how disorder affects the superconducting transition temperature. There are in general two routes. First is called the fermionic route, where the attractive interaction, which is responsible for the superconducting Cooper pairs, gets weakened due to disorder scattering. And on the other hand, in the bosonic route, the superposition density itself gets suppressed due to disorder. Uh, for the fermionic mechanism, the parameters more or less follows the conventional Bardeen-Cooper-Sripper theory, while for the bosonic it doesn't. And for the bosonic mechanism, the superconductor is more susceptible to phase fluctuations. So now the question is, as there are example for both the routes, is it possible that if a material which follows a particular route always follows that, or at some point, at some disorder, at some critical disorder, it it uh, it um, it deviates from that route and follow the other routes? To investigate it further, we took one one superconductor which has been extensively studied to show the fermionic route, uh, which is the amorphous molybdenum germanium thin film. As you can see, it was grown by pulse laser deviation technique, and we tuned the disorder by decreasing the thickness. So the measurements what we have done are the penetration depth measurements, scanning tunneling spectroscopy, and magnetotransport measurements. So here you can see the one of the results of the penetration depth measurements is that here the graphs are for the different thicknesses. So as you can see, for the higher thickness, that is the low disorder samples, it follows more or less the BCS like behavior. But as we go to the lower thicknesses, it doesn't fit. And also there is a substantial drop in the superfluid density as we go to the lower thicknesses. To quantify these effects, what we have done is that we have compared two different energy scales. One from the superconducting gap, which is measured from the scanning tunneling spectroscopy, and another the JS, which is also known as the superfluid stiffness, measured from the penetration depth. So as you can see, for the higher thicknesses, the JS is much greater than delta, which is the case for the conventional superconductors, but it becomes computable at lower thicknesses. That is, it becomes more prone to phase fluctuations. So this is the clear indication that the sample gets into the bosonic regime from the fermionic regime as we go to the increasing disorder increasing disorder regime. So now the last question is this the case for all the superconductors? We will have to see it